It's really sad, so discouraging that our great country is becoming a third-rate power. Think about it. We don't have enough baby food. We have no control of our border. We're losing wars overseas, Afghanistan. And we have, in my opinion, a corrupt president. These are the hallmarks of a country in decline. I saw it for myself firsthand, a country in decline, back in the 1980s when I visited Russia. This was the old system, the communist system, and man, oh man, it was screwed up there. They had shortages. People looked at me like I was some sort of millionaire from overseas because of my sneakers. It was crazy. They had nothing over there, and still they've got big problems. They wait on lines for little things like, cash from an ATM, all kinds of problems that we are now becoming acquainted with in this country. You notice, for the longest time, we had addiction, but it wasn't an epidemic. Russia, famous for alcoholism. It's one of the reasons why they're screwing up so bad in Ukraine. Drunk soldiers all over the place. Now we are in the full swings of this opioid epidemic. It's getting worse, just like President Trump warned it would. It's happened. It has happened. Take a look at these numbers from 2021 from the CDC. Opioid overdoses up 15%. That was up from 2020, which saw a 30% increase. And last year, overall, more overdose deaths than we've ever had before. This is not a country on the rise. We have that happening at home, sometimes on the streets, and also on the streets. This looks like the insurgency in Iraq. Take a look at this. Gunmen jumping out of cars, opening fire with heavy weapons at a gas station. I mean, look, we heard of drive-bys, but they happened at night and in a handful of neighborhoods in the entire country. We see this every day. Unsolved, by the way. This is crazy. Oh, and what's going to fix it? Not this, I guarantee you.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. To every governor, every mayor, every county official, the need is clear. My message is clear. Spend this money now that you have. Use these funds we've made available to you to prioritize public safety. Do it quickly before the summer when crime rates typically surge. Taking action today is going to save lives tomorrow. So use the money. Hire the police officers. Build up your emergency response systems. Invest in proven solutions.
You think that's going to fix it? Money? Throwing some money at it? Our police departments, our law enforcement, actually survived the defund wave that this guy helped encourage. But this is what damaged law enforcement. Disrespect that Democrats and the far left encouraged. They delegitimized authority in this country. You can't fix this with money, folks. And it's a problem that Joe Biden, he led in its creation. By the way, he had a crummy week. I mean, he's always been out of it, but now something's got to happen.
The number one threat is the strength, and that strength that we build is inflation. More buildings, more territory has been burned to the ground this year than an entire state of New Jersey, from New York all the way down to Virginia. Remember those long lines you'd see on the television? People lining up in all kinds of vehicles just to get a box of food in their trunk. How quickly we forget.
This was the person who was supposed to restore normalcy, right? He's erratic. He's obviously in decline. And I thought, when I saw this, because all of these happened this week, these are very bizarre moments. Donald Trump, January 12th, down at the border, he was emphasizing it all the way to the very end of his first term. He brought up something kind of interesting and I think could be applicable after all.
I'd like to say that free speech is under assault like never before. The 25th Amendment is of zero risk to me, but will come back to haunt Joe Biden and the Biden administration. As the expression goes, be careful what you wish for.
25th Amendment, which provides for removing a president who is incapacitated, and it doesn't seem so theoretical or hypothetical anymore. All right, getting back to the overall situation, yes, a country in decline. Of course, for so long, we were a country on the rise and we did amazing things, right? Do we need a review? We invented the airplane. We won World War II, all right? These are spectacular accomplishments, the envy of the world. We went to the moon. Buzz Aldrin, there he is, getting off the lunar module, Apollo 11, July 1969. We beat communism. There comes the Berlin Wall. These are amazing, amazing accomplishments. We did them. What have we done lately? Really, what's going on? It seems to me nobody wants to really work or sweat it out, from our interns to our presidents. What do we want to do? Hang out and consume content and probably get high. We legalize this stuff without thinking about it. Where's the hard work? Where is the anxiousness? I mean, anxiousness that actually leads to productivity. Our political leaders today, they don't work. They pose. They pose for the camera. And you can go from basically nobody to vice president or even president in not much time anymore. It wasn't always this way. One of the greatest presidents of my lifetime, of course, Ronald Reagan, greatest president in the history of our country, I believe. Do you know he really sweated it out to become president? He only won on his third time. People forget. He ran unsuccessfully. Oh, yeah, he made a big try for it in 1968. He tried again in 1976 against Gerald Ford. The third time was the charm. This is a guy who wanted it and had time to think about the president he wanted to be. Now we have, well, people like Barack Obama, who go from zero to hero in, well, how long did it take Barack Obama, actually? Not much time at all. January 4th, 2005, he becomes a United States Senator. 4 years later, he's President of the United States with a remarkably, obviously, thin resume. People don't value accomplishment and excellence anymore. It's whether or not you look good on Instagram stories. I think we are a country that should still value excellence, accomplishment, achievement. Take a look at some resumes, all right, for a big job. This is, well, I'd have to say this is a pretty impressive resume. Harvard University, UPenn, doctor. Oh, this guy's a doctor. An MBA from Penn. Residency with Columbia University. Oh, that's a very prestigious post to be a doctor. A professor of surgery at Columbia, an attending physician. Now let's compare this resume to someone else's. Seems a little sparse and not much detail. A veteran, a conference speaker, an adjunct professor, and an author. All right, let's put some names to these resumes, shall we? Yes, Dr. Oz and Kathy Barnett. Dr. Oz has led a life of excellence and achievement, and unlike Barack Obama, he didn't just rest on his laurels. He did stuff with his talents. Kathy Barnett, she actually reminds me more and more of Barack Obama. Now let's take a look at them together. The same pose, winner smile, interesting stories, right? They've got compelling stories. I don't want to elect any more stories. I want to elect competence. I want to elect people who have done things so they possibly will do things in the future. Barack Obama was not that guy. Interestingly, in the year 2000, he runs for the House of Representatives and loses decisively. I mean, like by 30 points, he goes down. Now, when people lose, I don't know, you go back to your job and you get better. No, he just tried again at a higher level. And he became a senator and actually pulled it off. Okay, it worked out for him. And that's kind of what Kathy Barnett seems to be doing, because she ran in 2020, lost by 20 points, and now she thinks she can be a United States senator. A lot of baggage, though, that people are still finding out about because she wasn't sufficiently vetted by the press. Let's take a look. Barack Obama, she's a fan, you know. She wanted a statue of Barack Obama in Pennsylvania. In fact, she had a petition. Take a look at this. The Emancipation Memorial Statue. We propose erecting 2 new statues alongside the Emancipation Memorial Statue. We recommend that one statue portrays our first African-American president, President Barack Obama. The worst president we've ever had, by the way. And whose idea was this? Kathy Barnett. Yes, that Kathy Barnett. So why is she exciting some people? Well, Barack Obama excited some people. And I think there's a component to this where people get very excited if they're called racist. They don't want to be a racist. Nobody wants to be a racist, really, right? You're called a racist. That's a bad thing to be, and nobody is that. Nobody wants to believe that. And what's the way to show that you're not? If you happen to be white, voting for a person of color. That's a big chunk of the appeal of Barack Obama. You can say it's not, but that's a fact. And also, I think the same thing is happening with Kathy Barnett. They're talking about her story, which, quite frankly, doesn't seem to check out, instead of her qualifications, what she's actually done with her life. People are dazzled by, her identity politics, skin color. Kathy Barnett says it out loud.
Get my yard sign, get my palm card. If you're really hesitant about speaking, get the palm card, pounce on your neighbor, and just hand them the card. And if they say, no, I don't want it, shame them. Really? You don't want to support the first black person? Are you a racist? Say it to them. That's what they say to you. Why do you think I put my little black face on my yard sign?
It's not funny. That's what's happening. It blew up in all of our faces with Barack Obama, right? Fooled a lot of people. I don't think Pennsylvania should let this person fool them, but it's up to you.